Hello, second graders. Today we are going to do our first shared reading from Government at Work. So when you open up your assignment in Benchmark, it'll ask you to create a customization. And I recommend typing the date, but it's up to your teacher. You'll ask your teacher what he or she prefers. So I'm going to type in the date. Today is July 31st, 2020. And then I'm going to put a dash and my name, Mrs. Morton. Then I'm going to click yes. You'll notice that now do you see the background, how it just changed to blue? That means you're in edit mode. So when you click on your toolbox and you highlight the text, that means when you're done and you click done, it'll save it and your teacher can see the work that you did while you were reading the story. So our first shared read is titled A City Park. So let's take a moment to look at the pictures and think about what the title and the pictures are going to tell us about the story. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on those pictures so you can see them a little better. Whoops, that was the other one. This is the one with the plus sign means make it bigger, and I'll scroll down. If you're not making a customization, you could actually even click this and it'll zoom in automatically for you. But since we're doing it on customizations, it doesn't let you really save that. So I'm just gonna delete that. Anyway, let's take a look at these pictures. So on the left, I see that there's a girl on a swing and it looks like she's really happy and having a good time. Oh, I wanna go to that park. And then I see a gentleman down here to the left, and it doesn't look like he's having as much as fun as this girl above him. It looks like he is a gardener who is he's using a leaf blower so that the leaves move to the grass. And if those leaves are on the grass, then there's a clear pathway for people to walk. And then this picture on the right, wow, it's so beautiful. It looks like I see lots of really big trees and beautiful colored leaves. Oh, this makes me think the season is fall. And the light posts are on, so maybe it's getting closer to the evening. But yes, and then there's a fence and some benches to sit on over here. They're a little hard to see. And then let's look at the title again. It says A City Park. So as I read the title, I predict that this text right here is going to be about a city park. And two of these photos show us things that people do in a park. I predict that this text will tell us about activities that happen in a park. What do you think this text will be about? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and read the text to you to see if my predictions are correct. I'm going to zoom in again so it's a little bigger. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read it to you. A city park. If you have a nice park near your home, you can thank your city government. City workers keep parks clean. They cut the grass, trim the trees, and pick up litter. I'm going to go to paragraph 2. You can visit a park to get fresh air and exercise. Children can play with their friends while parents watch nearby. Pets love parks too. A city park has something for everyone. So while I read you the story, I wanted to use a good rate. That means I didn't read the story too fast or too slow. I wanted to read it at a rate where I could think about what the words mean and I could read them clearly and you guys could all understand what I'm saying. Good readers read at that just a right pace. So here's some questions I want to ask you before we start annotating some key details. My first question is, who can use a city park? If you looked at in paragraph 1, it doesn't really answer that question here, but in paragraph 2, you'll see the answer right here. Children can play with their friends. Parents can watch nearby. Pets love parks too. So that means lots of people can use the park. Anyone can use a park. How is a city park connected to government? Let's take a look at paragraph 1 to see if we can find that answer. Right here, it says city workers keep parks clean. They cut the grass, trim the trees, and pick up litter. So if city workers keep the park clean, that must be how it's connected to government, because city workers work for the government and they help, and some of them help keep our parks clean. So what do we think parks would be like if workers didn't take care of them? So if city workers keep the parks clean, like they cut the grass and trim the trees and pick up litter, if we didn't have these workers taking care of them, that must mean, well, the grass would grow too long and the trees would have branches that are too big and falling over. And if there was no one to pick up litter, oh my goodness, the parks wouldn't look as beautiful as this park. I don't see any trash or litter on the ground. So let's get into annotating now. So we are going to annotate key details in this text. A key detail is an important piece of information about the text. So if we click on our tools right here, you'll see some options. This is a mouse. This is an eraser. So if you don't like what you do, you can erase it. This is a pen where you can underline with a pen. I like using the highlighter. Personally, I'm going to choose, and you can even change the color. If you know me, I like blue. So I'm going to use a light blue. Oh, that looks pretty. So I'm going to highlight some key details. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start with this detail first. City workers keep parks clean. I think that's really important. That tells us, that's a very important detail because it tells us how city workers are government workers who keep the parks clean. I like that detail. And then in paragraph 2, I'm going to go ahead and annotate how a city park has something for everyone. I think that's an important detail. Anyone can use a park because children can play with their friends, parents can watch, pets love parks. You can go exercise in fresh air. There's so many things, so many ways different people could use a park for. So now I'm going to go ahead and let you pick some details that you think are important. Maybe you think it's important that you can visit a park to get fresh air. Maybe you think it's important that children can play with their friends nearby. I want you to annotate some details from this text that you think are important. If you like, you can even add a text box, which is what I'm going to do over here. I'm going to change the color again to blue because I like blue. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and stretch it out. And I'm going to say city workers keep parks clean so everyone can enjoy them. So that's what I got from the story. That's what I kind of think is the main idea, just something to think about. So I'm going to let you guys all annotate your details from a city park. Thank you for watching. I hope that helped you.